The Somali version of the tale revolves around one of the most renowned wives of Garat Wilwa, whose throne name is Garat Farah. In Somali tradition, the paternal lineage of Garat Hirsi comes from a family of farmers, known for their peaceful and calm nature owing to their settled lifestyle of cultivating land. On the other hand, the maternal lineage of Garat Hirsi belongs to the cattle and camel herders, who are characterized by constant mobility and a propensity for warfare and violence due to their nomadic way of life. According to the story, Garat Hirsi's mother took him to her side of the family for a period of time, where he imbibed warrior-like traits and learned to be vigilant as per their custom. Upon returning to his father's household, Garat Hirsi assumed a position of authority from the onset. He began to assert dominance by taking control and intimidating those under his father's rule with his fierce warrior spirit. This assertiveness and fearless attitude made everyone wary of challenging him, ultimately leading to his rise to power even before his father, the Garat king, had passed on. After his father passed away, Garat Hirsi's authority remained unchallenged to the extent that even the typical tranquil clanspeople of his father began to wonder if he had been anointed by the king of the jinns. Initially known as the One Crowned by the jinns, he eventually earned the moniker Garad Wilwal, meaning the lunatic boy or the mad boy, due to his unconventional behavior that defied the norms and characteristics of the farmer class to which he belonged. This title stuck as a testament to his unique and unpredictable nature as a leader. Among the many tales surrounding Gradwilwal's leadership and strategic battle skills were stories of his multiple wives and his unconventional approaches to marriage. One such tale revolves around his wife, the Habadula. Legend has it that while searching for his lost camels, Gradwilwal encountered the Habo tending to her family's flock of sheep. Having inquired about his missing camels, the Habo, with keen insight, responded that she had not physically laid eyes on the camels, but if one was devoid of a tail and the other of an eye, she knew their whereabouts and pointed him in the direction she perceived they might be. The Habo proceeded to explain her astute observation. She had deduced that one camel was tailless due to the distinctive manure droppings it left behind, while the partially blind camel only consumed leaves from one side of the tree. Impressed by her keen perception and intelligence, Gradwilwal decided to marry her, recognizing her exceptional qualities. True to his reputation, Gradwilwal was known for pairing intelligent women with his close male companions, or he would marry these women himself. This practice highlighted his appreciation for intellect and cleverness in his social circle. So that's the bit of how Gradwilwal first met the Habo Dule. Her name actually, the Habo, means the golden one. So, and let me just give you a quick Somali tradition as well, because as we get into the story later on, you will see the comparison of Tamar's story and that of the Habadule. But there's also another Timiri woman, wife of Gradwilwal. It is true that in Somali culture, practices such as one-night stand marriage traditionally might seem shameful to contemporary sensibilities, but it was accepted as part of the social norms in the past, offering a transient union akin to the modern concept of a one-night stand, or perhaps reflecting elements the Passion of Christ narrative. With this acknowledgement, let us now delve into the origins of the title A Lady of the Night, attributed to Tamar. In this narrative, the central figure is not Tamar, but the Habo in English, whose name translates to Goldie in English. However, the story of another woman named Timira, known as Tamara in English, sheds light on a different aspect of Gradwilwal's marital encounters. Timira was engaged to be married when Gradwilwal, intrigued by her intellect and quick thinking, proposed a riddle to her father and the elders. When Timira successfully unraveled the riddle to the amazement of the group, Gradwilwal decided to marry her himself, compensating her fiancé with cattle as a gesture of respect. Further showcasing his penchant for enigmatic challenges, Gradwilwal tasked a gathering of elders with uncovering the part of the camel that symbolized unity amongst men. Each elder returned the following day with their interpretation, but it was only one who presented the correct answer. The throat, or the esophagus, symbolizing communality. Impressed by this insightful response, inquired about the solver, revealing his doubts about the comprehension of the assembled elders. The ambiguous reaction of the elder who provided the correct response raises questions, whether driven by fear of retribution for contradicting the chieftain or by apprehension of potential consequences. This enigma adds an intriguing layer to the narrative, inviting contemplation on the complexity of power dynamics and social custom prevalent in the story of Gradwilwa and his wives, including the exceptional Timira. Navigating the intricate web of Somali culture, Somali cultural traditions, and historical anecdotes, we encounter a tale that intertwines elements of riddles, marriages, and strategic thinking. Within this rich tapestry lies the nuanced character of Wilwal and the remarkable women who played pivotal roles in his life. In the narrative of Timira, also known as Tamara, we witness a display of wit, intelligence that captivated Gradwilwa. Timira's quick thinking and ability to solve a riddle not only earned her the admiration of Gradwilwa, but also led to marriage with him, as her fiancé was graciously compensated with cattle in gesture of magnanimity in contrast to the biblical parallels emerged in the saga of the Habo, Gradwilwal's beloved second wife. Facing the daunting challenge of meeting her husband's expectations while he embarked on an extended state-related journey, the Habo was tasked with ensuring the presence of a child resembling Wilwal and a foal from his prized mare upon his return. Adultery being out of the question, the Habo grappled with this seemingly impossible request, meticulously planning a strategy to meet his demands without risking her life. Utilizing her keen understanding of the traditional customs surrounding Gradwilwal's travels, the Habo embarked on a mission to fulfill his expectations. With meticulous planning and unwavering resolve, she orchestrated a scheme to locate her husband, who was being hosted by a particular clan in accordance with the established customs. This strategic approach exemplified the Habo's resourcefulness and intelligence as she maneuvered through the intricate social structures to achieve her ultimate goal. Okay, so now let's get into the cleverness, yeah, and the resourcefulness of the Hubble and how she achieved her goal by getting pregnant and also making sure that the mare was pregnant as well. Against the backdrop of traditional ceremonial customs, as the sun began to set on that fateful evening, the Hubble sought counsel from the elder among the clan hosting Gradwilwal for that evening. With candor, she divulged her predicament and sought his assistance. Initially reluctant to be entangled in any potential deceit, the elder expressed his hesitance, but eventually relented when the Habo assured him of her well thought out plan. Her request was simple, for him to ensure that the prize mare was mated with a stallion and to facilitate her role as the one night bride for Gradwilwa, veiled and prepared for the encounter. As the night unfolded, the Habo found herself alone with Gradwilwa in the secluded chamber, setting a stage fraught with tension and anticipation. Before proceeding further, she astutely insisted on receiving his ring, a symbolic gesture of trust and intimacy. In a moment of unsuspecting vulnerability, Gradwilwal placed his distinctive ring on her finger, unknowingly sealing a pact that would alter their fates